Welcome, friends, to the emerald heart of Southeast Asia, a world that beats to a rhythm set millions of years before our own. This is a journey into the tropical rainforest, a realm of breathtaking beauty and uncompromising brutality. Here, beneath a cathedral canopy that filters the sun into shimmering, ghostly beams, life and death perform an eternal, intricate dance. This is not a world of good and evil. It is a world of instinct, of hunger, of survival. Every rustle in the undergrowth, every shadow that flits through the trees, tells a story of a struggle for another dawn. Today, we peel back the veil of leaves and shadow to witness the raw, unfiltered drama of nature's fiercest competitors and most ingenious survivors. We will walk with hunters who move like ghosts and witness showdowns where a single heartbeat separates life from death. Our first encounter on this journey is with a creature that embodies the very essence of cautious survival, the red-legged pheasant. Imagine the forest floor, a mosaic of decaying leaves, twisted roots and dappled sunlight. It is a world of constant motion and hidden danger. Through this treacherous landscape patrols the pheasant, a flash of vibrant color in the gloom. Its plumage, a stunning array of iridescent blues, greens and fiery reds, might seem like a liability, a beacon for predators. But in the shifting light of the forest, these colors can paradoxically serve as camouflage, breaking up its outline as it moves between patches of light and shadow. Its every movement is a lesson in mindfulness. The pheasant does not simply walk, it glides, placing each of its scarlet legs with surgical precision. A dry leaf is a potential alarm bell, a snapped twig a broadcast of its location. It pauses, head cocked, its sharp, intelligent eyes scanning not just the path ahead, but the canopy above and the tangled ferns on its flanks. Its hearing is a finely tuned instrument, capable of distinguishing the benign sound of falling fruit from the almost imperceptible footfall of a stalking predator. It pecks at the earth, unearthing grubs, seeds, and fallen berries, but its focus is never entirely on its meal. Its mind is a constant calculus of risk and reward. That juicy beetle might be a tempting morsel, but is it too close to the dense thicket where a leopard might lie in wait? This constant, draining vigilance is the price of life on the forest floor. The red-legged pheasant teaches us a fundamental truth of this wild world. Awareness is not just a skill, it is the very air that survival breathes. Every single moment is a test, and a single lapse in concentration can be the last. As the sun bleeds away, and a thick velvet darkness drapes itself over the jungle, a different set of players emerges. The rules of the game change entirely. Sight, the dominant sense of the daylight hours, becomes a fickle and unreliable guide. Now, the night air thrums with a new language, the language of scent, of sound, of vibration. And in this nocturnal kingdom, the civet is a master of the dialect. Emerging from its den in a hollow log or a rocky crevice, the civet is a creature built for the shadows. Its long, slender body and nimble paws allow it to navigate the intricate obstacle course of the forest floor with a fluid, silent grace. Its survival hinges on an arsenal of senses honed to a razor's edge. Its large eyes, adapted for low light, gather every available photon, turning the murky darkness into a world of discernible shapes and shadows. But its true genius lies in its nose and ears. As it forages, its snout twitches constantly, reading the complex tapestry of scents carried on the warm, humid air. It can detect the subtle perfume of a ripening fig hidden high in the canopy, the musky trail of a beetle burrowing under the leaf litter, or the faint, telltale odor of a nesting bird. It is a nocturnal forager, a vital part of the forest's cleanup crew and seed dispersal unit. It moves with a purpose born of hunger, driven to find the fruits, insects, and small animals that will fuel it until dawn. Yet, for all its skill, the civet is not the only hunter in the dark. The same warm night air that carries the scent of its next meal also carries the scent of its own predators. Every shadow could conceal a threat, and the civet's journey through the night is a tightrope walk between finding sustenance and becoming it. Tonight, that tightrope is about to snap. While investigating a promising scent trail near a cluster of tangled, decomposing leaves, the civet's world erupts. There is no warning, no sound, just a sudden, explosive movement from the shadows. From the leaf litter rises the undisputed monarch of this realm, the King Cobra. It is a specter of death, 13 feet of muscular grace and lethal power, its hood flared in a terrifying display of dominance. The civet, ambushed and cornered, reacts on pure, unadulterated instinct. There is no time for thought, only for action. The air crackles with a primal energy. The cobra strikes, a blur of motion aimed at ending the confrontation before it begins. But the civet is a whirlwind of evasive energy. It leaps, twists, and springs back, its agility a stark contrast to the snake's linear attack. The forest floor becomes a chaotic stage for their deadly ballet. Leaves and dirt fly as the two animals circle each other, a maelstrom of hissing, spitting, and snarling. The civet's fur is on end, making it appear larger and more formidable, a desperate bluff against an opponent that deals in absolutes. The cobra, momentarily thwarted, rears up again, its dark, lidless eyes fixed on its prey. It sways rhythmically, a hypnotic dance of death designed to mesmerize its victim. For the civet, this is the ultimate test. Every fiber of its being screams to flee, but there is no escape. It must rely on its lightning-fast reflexes, its courage born of desperation, to survive this brush with the king of all serpents. The sounds of their struggle, a frantic rustling, and a series of sharp, aggressive hisses, echo through the silent forest, a stark reminder that under the tranquil surface of the night, life hangs by the most fragile of threads. As the first, faint whispers of dawn begin to filter through the canopy, another silent predator begins its work. This is the domain of the lynx, a creature that embodies the art of the unseen kill. The lynx is a ghost, a whisper in the forest, a master of the transitional hours of dawn and dusk, when the shadows are long and the light is deceptive. Its survival is a testament to two perfected virtues, patience and precision. It moves with a silence that is almost supernatural. Its large, fur-padded paws act like snowshoes, distributing its weight so perfectly that it can tread on a bed of dry leaves without making a sound. Its tufted ears, iconic and elegant, are not for show. They are sophisticated auditory instruments, capable of swiveling to pinpoint the faintest sound. The rustle of a pheasant in the undergrowth, the gnawing of a mouse on a nut from hundreds of feet away. The lynx does not waste energy in frantic chases. It is a stalker, a methodical and calculating hunter. It will spend hours motionless, concealed in a thicket or perched on a low-hanging branch, simply watching and listening. It maps the movements of its prey, learning their habits, their paths, their moments of inattention. Its coat, a beautiful tapestry of spots and muted colors, allows it to dissolve into the background, becoming just another part of the forest's texture. And when the moment is right, when its prey is distracted or has wandered just close enough, the lynx unleashes its power. It is an explosion of controlled strength, covering the distance to its target in a few powerful bounds. The kill is swift, precise, and efficient, a demonstration of predatory perfection. The lynx is a reminder that in this world, the most effective force is often the one you never see coming. But even a master of stealth can find itself in a confrontation it did not seek. While padding silently along the edge of a clearing, the lynx's path is blocked by a formidable obstacle. A massive king cobra, disturbed from its basking spot behind a fallen log, rises to meet the challenge. The snake's head towers over the undergrowth, its hood expanding like a dark halo. It is a clear, unambiguous warning. This territory is mine. Come no closer. For the lynx, an animal accustomed to being the aggressor, this is a sudden and dangerous reversal of roles. It freezes, its muscles coiling like springs, its hunter's instincts now screaming at it to defend its own life. The standoff is electric. The forest seems to hold its breath. The cobra, a creature of pure, cold instinct, sees a potential threat and initiates the attack. It lunges forward, its fangs, capable of delivering a massive dose of potent neurotoxin, aimed at the cat's face. The lynx, however, is a marvel of mammalian reflexes. It dodges, not with a clumsy leap, but with a fluid, sideways bound that seems to defy gravity. The cobra's strike hits nothing but air. Dust and leaves are kicked into a frenzy as the lynx lands and immediately repositions itself, its claws extended, its lips peeled back in a fearsome snarl. A low, guttural growl rumbles from its chest, a sound of defiance and warning. The snake strikes again, and again the lynx evades, a blur of fur and fury. This is not a battle of predator and prey in the traditional sense. It is a clash of two apex predators, a collision of two different evolutionary masterpieces. The snake possesses the ultimate weapon of venom, but the cat has the advantage of speed, agility, and razor-sharp claws. Their fierce struggle plays out in a series of explosive, violent bursts, a brutal negotiation for dominance on the unforgiving floor of the ancient forest. When the last rays of twilight have finally surrendered to the impenetrable black of night, the true ruler of the darkened skies awakens. By day, the owl is a silent, motionless statue, perched high in the treetops, its mottled feathers making it virtually indistinguishable from the bark of the tree. It is a creature of patience, conserving its energy, waiting for its time. But as dusk settles, a transformation occurs. Its enormous, forward-facing eyes, which seemed sleepy and inert in the daylight, now open wide, becoming pools of intense focus, capable of piercing the deepest gloom. The owl is now in its element. It is the undisputed master of the night. Its reign is built on two evolutionary miracles, its hearing and its flight. The owl's facial disc, the circle of feathers around its eyes, is not just for show. It functions like a satellite dish, funneling the faintest sounds towards its asymmetrically placed ears. This allows it to triangulate the position of its prey with pinpoint accuracy, hearing the rustle of a mouse under a foot of snow or the scurrying of a beetle beneath the leaves. But its true secret weapon is its silence. The leading edges of its flight feathers have a unique comb-like serration that breaks up the turbulence of air flowing over the wing. This, combined with a soft, velvety texture on the feather surface, muffles the sound of its own movement. The result is a predator that flies with the eerie, absolute silence of a ghost. It glides through the forest, a shadow among shadows, unheard and unseen by its victims, until the final, lethal moment when its talons strike. The owl's mastery of the night is total, a perfect harmony of sensory perception and silent, deadly execution. It is a living embodiment of the idea that true power needs no announcement. On the forest floor, a different kind of survivor moves at a much slower, more deliberate pace. This is the giant anteater, a creature that appears almost prehistoric, a living relic from another time. Its existence is a methodical, single-minded quest for a very specific source of food, ants and termites. It moves slowly, but with an unshakable purpose, its long snout sweeping back and forth just above the ground like a metal detector. It is following scent trails, invisible highways of chemical signals left by millions of insects, imperceptible to almost any other creature, but as clear as a road map to the anteater. When it locates a colony, a massive termite mound baked hard as concrete by the tropical sun, the anteater reveals its immense power. It rears up on its hind legs, using its thick, powerful tail as a tripod for balance, and brings its fallens to bear. Its front claws are not designed for walking, but for demolition. They are long, curved and incredibly strong, like living pickaxes. With a series of powerful swipes, it tears open the mound, exposing the labyrinth of tunnels and chambers within. As a swarm of furious soldier ants or termites pour out to defend their home, the anteater deploys its second secret weapon. Its tongue, a remarkable organ that can be over 2 feet long, darts in and out of the breach with astonishing speed, covered in sticky saliva. It mops up thousands of insects in a matter of minutes. Its thick, shaggy fur provides a formidable defense against the stinging and biting of the enraged colony. The giant anteater is a testament to the power of specialization, a methodical survivor that has perfected its unique niche through patience and sheer brute force. However, even a creature as formidable as the anteater can have its moments of vulnerability. After a long and exhausting battle with a particularly large and aggressive ant colony, the anteater is weak, its body covered in painful bites. As it turns from the ravaged mound, it finds its path blocked. A king cobra, drawn by the commotion, has risen from the undergrowth, its hood flared in a classic posture of warning. It is a tense and dramatic standoff. The snake, the bringer of swift death, confronts the methodical survivor, a creature of immense stamina and resilience. The anteater, though exhausted, is not intimidated. It stands its ground, its powerful, clawed forelimbs held at the ready. A weary growl rumbles in its chest. The cobra sways, its forked tongue tasting the air, assessing the situation. It sees not an easy meal, but a large, powerful, and wounded animal, one that would be dangerous to attack. The anteater's exhaustion is palpable, but so is its unyielding will to live. After a long, silent moment of mutual assessment, a moment in which the ancient laws of risk and energy expenditure are weighed in the balance, the snake makes its decision. Sensing no clear advantage and unwilling to risk injury, the king cobra slowly lowers its hood, turns and glides silently back into the shadows. It is a victory not of aggression, but of presence. The anteater has survived the encounter not by fighting, but by simply being too tough, too resilient, and too much trouble to kill. In the world of predators, size and strength are often the deciding factors, but there is another quality, a raw, untamable spirit that can allow a much smaller creature to dominate its environment. Meet the weasel, a small, slender animal that is the living embodiment of audacity and fierce instinct. The weasel is a bundle of relentless energy, a tireless hunter that compensates for its small stature with incredible agility and a level of ferocity that borders on the legendary. It is not content to hunt in the open. Its slender, flexible body is built to pursue prey into the tightest of spaces, to follow mice and voles down into their narrow burrows, turning their own homes into inescapable traps. The weasel's survival is fueled by a relentless, unyielding drive. It has an incredibly high metabolism, meaning it must hunt and eat almost constantly. This perpetual hunger makes it a formidable and fearless predator. It does not back down. It does not retreat. It is built for one purpose, to pursue and to conquer. Its adaptability is remarkable, allowing it to thrive in a wide range of environments. But it is its spirit, its absolute refusal to be intimidated, that makes it a true giant in a small package. The weasel is a powerful lesson that in the fight for survival, attitude, and a relentless will to win can be just as important as physical prowess. Nowhere is this ferocious spirit more evident than when the weasel confronts a cobra. On paper, this is a mismatch of epic proportions. A small, non-venomous mammal against a large, deadly, venomous snake. Logic would dictate that the weasel should flee for its life. But the weasel does not operate on logic. It operates on pure, aggressive instinct. When it faces a cobra, something primal is unleashed. Its innate survival instinct transforms into a bold, almost reckless assault. The confrontation is a blur of motion. The Cobra rears up, ready to deliver a fatal strike, but the Weasel is a streak of brown lightning. It dodges, weaves, and relentlessly presses the attack, trying to get in close, to get behind the snake's deadly head. Its strategy is one of continuous, overwhelming aggression. It does not give the snake a moment to rest, a moment to aim. It attacks with a flurry of bites and scratches, its speed and determination bewildering the larger reptile. The Weasel's entire being is focused on a single goal, disabling the snake's primary weapon. It lunges for the back of the Cobra's neck, a daring and incredibly risky maneuver. In this fight, the Weasel's ferocity becomes its shield, its audacity its greatest weapon. It is a stunning display of how sheer, unadulterated courage can overpower even the most lethal of adversaries, proving that in the wild, the will to live can sometimes be the deadliest weapon of all. Our final story is one of a creature so unique, it seems to have been pieced together from myth and imagination. The pangolin, the world's only mammal covered in scales, is a marvel of defensive evolution. When faced with a predator, a leopard, a python, or a clouded leopard, the pangolin employs a simple yet brilliantly effective strategy. It curls into a nearly impenetrable ball. Its scales, which are made of keratin, the same material as our fingernails, are surprisingly sharp-edged and overlap to form a suit of natural armor. Tucked away inside this fortress, with its soft underbelly protected, the pangolin can withstand the claws and teeth of most natural threats. Predators will often bat the pangolin ball around in frustration before giving up and moving on in search of an easier meal. It is a survival response perfected over millions of years, a passive defense that is a testament to the creative power of evolution. Yet there is a tragic and profound irony in the pangolin story. The very defense that makes it so successful against the predators it evolved alongside has made it catastrophically vulnerable to the one predator it cannot defeat, humans. A poacher doesn't need to be strong or fast to capture a pangolin. When threatened, it simply curls up and waits, allowing itself to be easily picked up and carried away. Its unique armor, so coveted in illegal markets for its use in traditional medicine and as a luxury food item, has become its curse. This gentle, reclusive creature, a masterpiece of natural defense, is now the most trafficked mammal in the world, teetering on the brink of extinction. The pangolin's plight is a heartbreaking and urgent reminder that a creature can be perfectly adapted to survive in its natural world, only to be undone by forces it could never have evolved to counter. Its story emphasizes a critical truth. The laws of the jungle, as harsh as they may be, are nothing compared to the destructive capacity of human greed. Its vulnerability is a call to action, a desperate plea for conservation, and a more compassionate stewardship of our planet. As our journey through this incredible ecosystem comes to a close, what can we take with us from these tales of survival? The rainforest is a fierce and unforgiving teacher, but its lessons are profound. From the red-legged pheasant, we learn the power of constant awareness, the importance of living in the present moment, and paying attention to the subtle signals in our environment. From the Civet, we are reminded that there are different ways of seeing the world, and that we can learn to navigate our own darkness by trusting our other senses, our intuition. The Lynx and the owl teach us the virtues of patience, preparation, and the quiet confidence that comes from mastering our skills. We learn from the Giant Anteater that resilience and methodical persistence can overcome the most daunting obstacles. and that sometimes just standing your ground is a victory in itself. The Weasel shows us that courage is not the absence of fear, but the will to act in spite of it, and that a ferocious spirit can overcome any disadvantage in size. And from the Pangolin, we learn the most difficult and important lesson of all, that even the strongest defenses can be rendered useless by a changing world, and that we have a profound responsibility to protect the vulnerable. These aren't just stories about animals, they are fables about life itself. They teach us about strategy, about courage, about the incredible, unyielding drive that exists within every living thing to see another sunrise. So I ask you, which of these incredible survival strategies resonates most with you? Which animal story did you find most compelling or inspiring? Please, share your thoughts in the comments below. I truly love reading your perspectives and building this community of nature lovers together.
Is it a reptile?
Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey today.
Scales.
I hope these stories have left you with a sense of wonder and a deeper appreciation for the complex and beautiful world we all share. May you all be blessed with good health, a curious mind, and a courageous spirit. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications so you don't miss our next adventure into the wild heart of our planet. Until next time.